I thought I would come on today to kind of get the vlog up and going. What am I working on? I feel like I am in flying geese HE double hockey sticks, but we're not going to call it that. We're going to call it that this quilt is patiently being made. But what's the deal, pickles? Y'all look, I have not vlogged in 2 whole weeks. Good Wednesday afternoon. I am sitting here and I wasn't even planning to start today, but I was like, there's no way I'm going to have a video up next week if I don't start today. Even though tomorrow I'm going to record like a quilting update video just so that I have a video up this week, but it won't be a vlog. The vlogs will be back next week, but we got to record this week for. So how have you been? Y'all, the glare is real because I am working and listening to PJ Morton's concert, his live little music concert or something. He does a live, what does he call it? Gumbo Unplugged. It's on YouTube. Bomb. So I'm listening to that and working, and I thought I would come on today to kind of get the vlog up and going. What am I working on? I feel like I am in flying geese HE double hockey sticks, but we're not going to call it that. We're going to call it that this quilt is patiently being made. But I felt like I had a mix up, but when I look at the pieces, it may not be a mix up. It's weird because I'm making stars, and they're the no waste method, which, pause for the cause, I don't think I like this method. It's good for not having waste, but I feel like it's like you do double, triple the amount of work. Is it just me? Tell me in the comments if you've ever done the flying geese no waste method. If you have not and you guys want a tutorial, let me know, because your girl is a pro. Back to our regularly scheduled program. So I was working on my stars, and because this is done scrappy, it's hard for me to tell what's kind of going on in the middle of it because all of the pieces essentially are together. But I knew once I do the flying geese units, I will be able to easily pair them with the center blocks because the fabric is very distinct. There is no way to get the fabric confused. A couple of them are similar, but not similar enough to get them confused. So I was cutting and cutting, and then I felt like, do I have enough center squares? Or do I have too many little squares? Then I went back to the pattern today because it was really bothering me, and I kept feeling like, well, maybe I need to do one block at a time. But if I do one block at a time, it'll take forever. I'd rather just chain feed it, you know, chain feed it to save time. So I went back to the pattern. I had 320 of them little squares, 40 of the blocks, and I just said, you know what, Dana, when I cut all of this, I was paying attention to the pattern. I just got to trust that I have it. And the only reason why I have paused is because I don't want to run out of background fabric because I got enough to, y'all know how I do. So I thought this was going to go faster. It's not. I lied to myself and to you because it is still going on. But I'm still going because let me tell you something. This quilt is going to be off the chain. It's going to be so beautiful. I finished all of the 4 patches. I finished all the small 4 patches. I put all the small 4 patches into big 4 patches. So all of those blocks are done. So now all I have to do, is finish the stars. And every time I say I'm tired of stars, what does the next quilt have? Insert the blank. Stars. I have the Starburst. This is so sad. This is why quote blogging is good for you, because it helps your memory. I have them, and I'm actually going to sew those while I'm writing tonight, because I another thing that I decided to do is get this off of my, you can see it a little bit. I don't want to turn the camera because the glare is not that bad. Is to sew those up and get them down so that I can put the stars up and have an idea of where I'm going. I think that's another thing, because I'm kind of sewing blindly because I'm chain piecing them. So that is what I'm working on with my quilting. Oh, and let me show y'all this bag my sister made me. Right now I have my iPad in it. Hello, I'm bougie. It's a zipper bag. I have my iPad and my Apple Pencil when I come up to work that I carry in here. And I even have a matching shirt. It's all sparkly, and yes. So she made that for me and brought it down to me for Thanksgiving, along with, she makes all of my shirts for my business shirts, because whenever I travel I like to wear all of my own branding shirts. So all of my Danger Tales shirts or Janice Dixon shirts. And so yes. As for writing, I am finalizing the last 2 books in the 10-book holiday series. And y'all, we're switching gears. One of the downsides of doing an interconnected series is that you really have to keep up with a lot of people. So by the time we get to book 9, 8 women have had their love stories. 8 women have, in this case, have either been married or engaged. And I am trying to keep up with who's had children, because the way that I wrote this series is that by the time we get to book 10 years have passed. And at the beginning of book 1, at the end of book 1, technically, is when they start the company that now by book 10, we're going to experience their 10-year anniversary. So I have all of the kids, all of the husbands, all of them, the ups and downs and all this stuff. And so it's really been a thing of keeping my facts in order and keeping the people in order. And because the last book is like a shebang, at least I think it's a shebang, it's gonna get all of the girls on their toes and kind of just re-solidify their sisterhood and their friendship. And so I want to make sure I do it justice and make sure everybody's where they need to be. So that's what I've been working on today, and I'm going to be writing tonight and sewing on my breaks. So I hope, I should have said this at first, that your holidays went well for all of you that are in the States, and that you all are doing well. Don't forget to go to the comment section and let me know what you are working on. How are your Christmas gifts going? If you are sewing Christmas gifts, there was, I cannot remember your name. Pardon me, hun. I'm gonna wave at you. Who told me about the mystery quilt, the Texas Blue Bonnet, Bonnie Hunter mystery something. And I am not doing it because I got enough on my plate, but I am saving the patterns. So if you are one of the people that you're doing that quilt, I know I butchered the name up, but if you are doing it, you know what I'm talking about. It's, I think, Bonnie Hunter. So yeah, I'm working. I'm doing this, and I'm going to get this done off of the board, stars up. And to keep my confusion down, I am not going to cut it anymore or do any more on my Starstruck quilt. There we go. I call it Starburst. I want some candy. On my Starstruck quilt until I finish these stars, because I want to make sure that I have everything straight. And but yeah, that's what I'm working on. One other thing, y'all, why am I chomping at the bit to do this? I showed you guys this pattern. I'm so ready. I just been keeping it because I'm over there cutting fabric, and every time I start cutting, I think, ooh, let me cut a few blocks for this. And then I say, no, Dana, no. Yes, my internal voice sounds like that. So we're not cutting for any new quilts until we finish these quilts, and they're going down. So I am out. The vlog is officially back, and let's just go ahead for the record. You know, it'll probably just be a couple weeks before I take a little break for Christmas, but I hope you guys are happy to see me. So I'm out to get to work. I will give you guys an update later. I think I am going to do a shot real quick of the stars, and so you guys can see what they look like up close. Y'all, they're pretty. They are so pretty. And they're in the African fabrics. I haven't even got to the good ones. Like, I think I did the leopard one and another one, but I haven't even got to the real good ones. And so I'm just eager to see them. I also realized that because on some of them I have duplicates and on others I don't have duplicates, I'm going to have to be very mindful of the way that I lay it out. Like, I need an actual layout plan for them so that it'll be dispersed appropriately. But other than that, y'all, I'm just excited about it. I'm so excited about it. So I am out of here. I will be back with another clip, and I will see you guys then. Good Saturday afternoon, low-key evening. I am up here in my studio about to work, and I thought I would come and check in because I haven't, but I will have a full vlog because your girl's about to get it in this afternoon. For the past probably 2 weeks, I've been working almost nonstop just because between my projects and client projects, and it's just been a little bit loopy. So today, after we got home from church, I just kind of like had a woosah moment and just kind of chill with my husband, and we just kind of watched some shows, and I did some reading, and I feel a little bit better right now. And so I want to come up here and work on stars. I actually have them all prepped already at my sewing machine, and then I have the other pieces because I'm doing the no waste method. Have the other pieces already prepped and laid out. So I'm going to put on some Netflix and listen to that and work. Another thing that I did today while I was chillaxing is I intentionally did not go into the whole Black Friday sales and all of that. I'm one of those people that I don't have it in my mind to buy something, I don't window shop. Because if I window shop, if you window shop, you're going to buy something. I just can't look at stuff. I don't know. I just know me. So anyways, when I was getting all the different ads in, if I wasn't looking for something or didn't already have something on my mind, I just didn't go there. But one of the things that you guys know that I've been on this little quest to find is nailing down how I plan to handle my planning for 2020. I purchased the Erin Condren, which I showed you guys. I did an unboxing as well as I talked about it here on my vlog. But another thing that I did is a couple of the places did have sales on the A5 holders, and I thought, well, you know, a lot of them was like at 50% or more off. And so one of the things that came to me today while I was sitting was like, you know, it would be pretty dope to have like an A5 planner with nothing but my releases in it. So so I would have my regular planner that has my day-to-day task and my client projects and my checklists and all of that. And then I would have another A5 planner with just my titles, because one of the things that you have to do is you keep up, you have to track a lot of dates. And so the dates are all on there, and I've been meaning to talk about it, but the stickers that I got from Erin Condren are bomb. Like, they're these little circle stickers, and the middle are is clear, so it looks like a little circle. So I've gone in and kind of put in my different release dates and all of that, and deadlines already for 2020. But I was thinking it'd be really cool to be able to go to that A5 planner at the end of the year and look at exactly how many releases I had, exactly what I did for whether it's budgeting for release or ads are ongoing, so I wouldn't necessarily have that, but I would have it for my launch. And what other books or ideas maybe that I have in that same series. I don't know how far I will take it, but it will be an actual physical item. And so I went to a planner place that I've never tried before, but since it was on sale, it was really affordable. And I went to Carpe Diem and ordered one of their A5 planners. It was my color, which was like, she wins. And they also had what was it called, dividers. I did buy a set of those just because they even had it as a little tutorial where you can take their dividers and make it into a template for your own, which is so, now that is my link, because I have paper, cardstock, all of that, which I would need because I would have one for every release. So yeah, I did that today, and that felt great. Mainly because it's going to be absolutely nuts. I have done something absolutely crazy that I haven't told you guys about, that I did and made the final decision about over my break, but girl, it's coming, okay? When I tell y'all, you ever like, Dana, for real, you know, I don't think you'll be surprised, but I'll be like, you're gonna be like, how in the world do you have time? I don't know, we're gonna figure it out. So you are in this for the long haul. So I'm about to get to this quilt and yeah, just like spaz out, zone out, not spaz out, zone out, listening to my shows. I think I told you guys in the last clip, I've been watching some different series on Netflix. I normally don't watch a lot of TV at all, so a lot of these series apparently are really old and people know about them, but I don't, because I don't really watch TV. And so if it's not a movie, and I miss movies sometimes because I don't watch TV, so that means I don't see commercials. But since I watch YouTube videos, I do see commercials sometimes. It's weird. So yeah. So that is the plan for this afternoon. I'm going to do this just for a couple of hours. I'm going to do some more reading and relaxing and go to bed early because I have an alarm going off at 3 a.m. in the morning. So I need my beauty sleep. But for now, I'm going to get to these stars. And they're going to be beautiful. We're claiming it. We're doing the daggone thing. And it's going down. I will show you all my progress in a bit. I am showing you all just the footage of me putting together these no waste flying geese, and I thought it would probably be a little helpful to kind of tell you a little bit of what I'm doing. If you guys want a full tutorial, let me know, but I'm sure it's on YouTube. So essentially what happens is you start off with your background fabric, and you have two smaller, you need 4 small squares of the, let's say it's the accent fabric, and you draw a line down the center of the accent fabric. You turn the right sides facing each other with your background fabric and your accent fabric, and then what you do is you do 1/4 of an inch on each side of the line that you draw diagonally. Once you do that, you cut this in half, and you press back the pieces. Once you press back the pieces, you then have 2 pieces that look like this. My dog is not happy because she wants to go outside. So you have 2 pieces that look like this. Once you finish with these 2 pieces, then what you do is you take your last 2 accent pieces and you pin them, and then you sew 1/4 of an inch on each side of that piece. Once it is done, you will then have, let me grab one. You will then have each of these, one of these units will turn into 2 flying geese units. And here I cut with the scissors. I cut off the dog ears with the scissors. And so then once I'm finished with this, I will have the rest of my flying geese units. I do pin these, even though I'm not a huge pinner, but this quilt has turned me into one because I have no choice. Some of these are a little wrinkled. That's what happens when you cut a long time ago and then you finally start sewing them together. And then once you finish your flying geese units, I am stacking them here where I have the flying geese and the center block. And you will take your background fabric, so it will look like this. I'll go ahead and lay it out, and you will probably see a little bit of footage with me building them. But let's say here, this is for my African star quilt. I think that's what I called it. I don't know what, I can't remember. You put your flying geese units, then you put your background, and this is a little bigger than the frame. That's because this camera is really close to the table. And there you have it. Let me see if I can back up a little bit. Sorry, we're going to shake a little bit until there we go. That's about as, there we go. So that's what happens, and then you sew it together. I sew by rows, so I would go through and sew all of this side, doing it as chain piecing. I leave it connected, then I go through and I sew this side, leaving it connected, and then I go back and I sew and I sew, then and I finger press between each session, and then I press once it's all done. And I have, I think, 36 or so of these units to sew together. I haven't done any of them. I'm just storing them all here as sets so that I can lay them out on my design board and do them. So I'm going to get back to work. I hope that this was helpful. If you guys would like to see a full tutorial, let me know. But I think this was a good enough layout to kind of help you. And there are little nifty worksheets to determine what your background piece should, the size of your background piece, the size of your center block, and so on and so forth. And what I'll try to do is, if I remember, I'll try to put it in the description box. But I'm going to get back to work because I want to get these units done. Since I've taken the time to go through each of the steps, once you get to this phase, you'll see that you have dog ears. Those are places where the fabric hangs over, and what I do is I just cut them with scissors. You could use this particular pattern, doesn't necessarily give like a finished size. It might, y'all. I'm not even gonna look. I'm not gonna lie. I just get some scissors and I just cut them, and I have a little bowl that I catch all of them in so that they don't go flying all over the place, and that gives you the finished piece. Hey, so I am closing out for the week. This week was a little bit harder for me to get back into recording footage, but you're going to see me working on these blocks and getting everything going again for the end of the year. And so I will be doing individual videos probably for the next couple of weeks until we get into the new year, where we'll be back on track. And I'm bringing some other, like, actually I'll talk about in a separate video what I plan for 2020, because I'm planning just everything. We have the quilt tops from this year, or the quilt blocks from this year that I did not do, which I have all of them for 3 tops, so I'll be working on those. I'll also be starting quilting on the tops that I have already done, and so I want to get those all organized and together. Still knitting on that cowl, which is probably gonna take forever because little needles, little yarn. And then of course more books. I have a few trips already planned for the year. I'm actually gonna hopefully not do too many, because I have some very aggressive goals for my writing with starting the new pen name. So that's going to just really keep me busy, because I'm establishing a whole new line of books. And so we'll talk about that in what I have coming up. But for now, I'm going to add this to the other footage. We'll be back to our normal format in a couple of weeks, but I will be coming back. I'm hoping, I thought I was going to be able to finish both of those tops, or the 3. I'm going to be working on those probably till January. And the good thing is, I totally forgot how, I don't know, but the quilt retreat is coming up in February. So worst case scenario is I will take the rest of those blocks there with me and sew them up there. So all is not lost for me. So don't forget to let me know in the comment section where you are on your Christmas quilts and your Christmas gifts. We had some corner to corners going on. We had some baby quilts. We had some hats and scarf sets. I can't remember everything, but y'all know what you were working on. So give me an update in the comment section and let me know how everything is going for you. How you feeling, sis? How's life treating you? And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, and I'll see you guys sooner than later. Goodbye.